Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for tuning in to California Citizens Redistricting Commission Communities of Interest Input Meeting. I am Commissioner Lamont, and I will be co-chairing today's meeting with Commissioner Fernandez. Today, we are offering one language line in Spanish, so Spanish language speakers can listen to the meeting in their native language. Could I please have our interpreter provide our call-in numbers, please?
Hi, Chair. This is Joanne. This is the interpreter. Aquellos que deseen escuchar la reunión en español, llamen al 888-566-1377 e ingresen el número de la reunión 389-1010. De nuevo, ese número es 888-566-1377 e ingresen el número de la reunión 389-1010 para los hispanohablantes que deseen escuchar esta reunión en español. Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Could you also provide the language line instructions?
Yes, of course. Si usted desea dar un comentario público, is this sorry, Chair, so that they can provide public comment? The full call-in?
No, I think for individuals who want to listen in on the language line, instructions on how to dial in.
Those were the instructions that I gave right before. You want me to repeat them?
No, my Spanish isn't good, clearly.
No problem. Thank you.
So now we'll go to Ann for roll call. Ann?
Hello. All right. Isra Ahmad.
Here.
Commissioner Linda Akutagawa. Commissioner Jane Anderson.
Here.
Commissioner Elisa Fernandez.
Presente.
Commissioner Neil Fornashari.
Here.
Commissioner Ray Kennedy.
Here.
Commissioner Antonio Lamont. Commissioner Sarah Sadhwani. Commissioner Patricia Sanai.
Here.
Commissioner Derek Taylor.
Present.
Commissioner Pedro Toledo. Commissioner Trina Turner. Commissioner Angela Vasquez. And Commissioner Russell Yee.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I will start by sharing a little bit about the commission. Every 10 years after the federal government publishes updated census information, California must redraw the boundaries of its congressional, state senate, state assembly, and state board of equalization districts so that the districts correctly reflect the state's population. In 2008, California voters authorized the creation of the commission when they passed the Voters First Act. It authorized the commission to draw the new district lines for the state senate, state assembly, and state board of equalization districts. In 2010, the Congressional Voters First Act added the responsibility of drawing congressional districts to the commission. The 14-member commission is made up of 5 Republicans, 5 Democrats, and 4 non-party affiliate with either of those 2 parties. The commission must draw the district lines in conformity with strict nonpartisan rules designed to create districts of relatively equal population that will provide fair representation for all Californians. The census redistricting data was released the week of August 9th. When the official California redistricting database is available in late September, the commission begins drawing maps using 6-line drawing criteria as outlined in the California Constitution. One of these is minimizing the division of cities, counties, neighborhoods, and communities of interest to the extent possible. We can obtain city and county information from those jurisdictions, but we need the neighborhood and communities of interest information from Californians directly. That's why we have launched these communities of interest input sessions and have been conducting them over the last several months to get that valuable information from you directly. We encourage all Californians to participate in this process. If you would rather submit your community of interest input over the internet, you can do so from our website or by visiting drawmycacommunity.org. Skip the line, go online. Now we'll call on all commissioners to introduce themselves and to say hello. To see the biographies of all 14 commissioners, for additional information, or to sign up for our emails, please visit our website at wedrawthelineca.org. We'll begin with my co-chair, Commissioner Fernandez.
Thank you, Chair. Y buenas tardes, California. Soy Alicia Fernández del Condado de Yolo. Y gracias por participar en nuestra junta y también por compartir sus comunidades con nosotros. Good afternoon, California. I'm Alicia Fernandez from Yolo County. Thank you for joining our meeting, and also thank you for taking us on our journey of all of the communities that you've told us about. And we look forward to hearing more.
Commissioner Achman.
Thank you, Chair, and welcome everyone and good afternoon. It's hard to believe that today is our last live community of interest input meeting. However, we are still taking input, so Californians, please keep them coming. I'm excited to hear from folks from across the state and look forward to a great meeting.
Thank you, Commissioner Achman. Commissioner Kutagawa. Commissioner Anderson.
Good afternoon, California. I'm Commissioner Jane Anderson, coming to you from Berkeley, California, and Alameda County, San Francisco Bay Area. And I look forward to hearing from people from all over California today to tell us about their communities and what makes them wonderful.
Thank you. Commissioner Fornashari.
Well, good afternoon, California. I'm Neil Fornashari. I'm coming to you from Tracy, California in San Joaquin County. I'm looking forward to all the input and what is important to you. And I do also want to echo the sentiments and thank you for the journey that you've taken us on throughout California.
Commissioner Kennedy.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ray Kennedy, joining today's meeting from my home in Morongo Valley. Morongo Valley is one of the rural Joshua Tree Gateway communities in the desert in southern San Bernardino County. I very much look forward to hearing what makes your community special to you. We have time later to hear about what district you want to be in, but we really want to hear about what makes your community a community and what makes it special to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Kennedy. Commissioner Sadwani. Commissioner Sinai.
Gracias, Chair. Hola, California. Me da pena que esta es nuestra última sesión pública de comunidades de interés. Pero no es muy tarde para que ustedes participen. Pueden llamar hoy o usar nuestra herramienta en nuestra página de web. Hello, les sirvo desde San Diego. Hello, California. It saddens me like it does the other commissioners that today is our last public input session, at least scheduled public input session. But please don't stop sending in your communities of interest. You can call in today or you can use our tool. We really look forward to hearing from you. And I'm serving you from San Diego.
Commissioner Taylor.
Good afternoon, California. I hope everyone is well. I also echo all the sentiments of the commissioner as I join you from a pleasant day in Los Angeles. I just want to encourage you to keep the input coming throughout this redistricting process, and I appreciate the education thus far. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Toledo. Commissioner Turner. Commissioner Vasquez. Commissioner Yee.
The end of the alphabet. Thank you, Chair. Greetings, California, and looking forward to this last Communities of Interest input session. It's been amazing just hearing from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Californians over these past 30 or so meetings, and so wish that we could have met each and every one of you in person. But glad that we can at least meet virtually, and we have duly recorded your testimony, and we have a live database that you can get to on our website where you can search through and sort and analyze and do research into all the inputs that we've gotten, just as we will be doing as a commission. So looking forward to a final set today through this meeting, but you can continue to submit those from the comfort of your own home through our Community of Interest input tool, or go to one of our access centers that I have opened, and you can find out about all that on our website.
Commissioner Toledo.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Pedro Toledo from Petaluma, California. I'm looking forward to hearing all of your community of interest testimony, and have just appreciated hearing from Californians across the state with all of the wonderful information that'll make our process of redrawing the line so much more colorful, I think, and give us some good information to work with. So thank you so much, and back to you, Chair.
Thank you. And I'm Commissioner Lamons, and I'm coming to you today from Rancho Mirage in Riverside County. And I share the sentiment of my fellow commissioners in really looking forward to hearing from all of you. This is our last live meeting, and we're looking forward to as many people as possible dialing in. And before I go to tell you a little bit about our social media and some other ways to connect with us, I'd love to give fellow Commissioner Vasquez an opportunity to say hello as well.
Good afternoon, everyone. Excited to be back again, coming to you from Los Angeles, California, as usual, and enjoy every afternoon we get to spend hearing from your communities. So keep them coming. Thank you.
We're active on social media, so please follow us. Follow the California Citizens Redistricting Commission on our social media handles as follows. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube at We Draw the Line CA. That's at We Draw the Line CA. Following us on social media is another way to get useful information about redistricting and updates from the California Commission. And I just want to give a shout out to our communications department, who has done an incredible job with our social media and getting the word out. And I encourage all of you to share our information so that your community members can also use some of the tools that we'll talk about in getting their information to us as well. Before we continue, could I please have our interpreters provide our language line numbers one more time?
Hi, Chair, this is the Spanish interpreter. Aquellos que deseen escuchar la reunión en español, por favor llamen al 888-566-1377 e ingresen el número de la reunión 389-1010. De nuevo, el número que debe llamar es 888-566-1377 e ingrese el número de la reunión 389-1010. Para los hispanohablantes que deseen escuchar la reunión en español. Gracias. Thank you.
Gracias. This meeting is for communities of interest testimony from throughout the state of California. General public comment will take place at the end of the meeting. Although the Commission has divided up California into 11 zones, that in no way is related to or reflective of redistricting lines or boundaries. The Commission created the zones to assist commissioners and staff in their outreach efforts only, not as an indication of planned boundaries. Today, we're joined by our line drawing team, Haystack DNA, and Q2 Data and Research, who will be displaying a map of the area that attendees describe. Please start with the area you would like to discuss and be as specific as possible about the boundaries of where your community is located. It is our goal to find the area on the map you would like to discuss prior to your testimony. If you are within a specific neighborhood of a large city, please mention it by name. Once we are able to locate your area, your timer will begin. Attendees will not be able to share their screen. We also are joined by Spanish interpreter and Katie, our comment moderator, who will be introducing attendees when it is their turn to speak. When you join the meeting, please use the raise hand button at the bottom of your screen to enter the queue. If you have registered for a time slot, we encourage you to call in during your appointment time slot. When it is your turn to speak, Katie, our comment moderator, will be identifying you by your assigned unique ID number. You will be reconnected to the session with the ability to enable your own video and/or audio. Registration is not required to participate in this input meeting. The public has the option of calling in during this meeting to get in the queue to speak. If you do not have an appointment and wish to call in to provide public input, the number is 877-853-5247. Again, the number to provide input is 877-853-5247. You will need to enter meeting ID number 884-8761-9376. Again, the meeting ID number you'll need to enter is 884-8761-9376. This call-in information and access code is also listed on the live stream. You'll need to dial this number in order to give public input. Today, there will be Spanish interpreters available to interpret non-English input at this call-in number. The comment moderator will assign you a speaker order number before you begin speaking, and please make a note of this for future reference. You'll be able to use this number to identify your community of interest testimony on our website at a future date. The Commission will be enforcing a 3-minute time limit for English speakers and a 6-minute time limit for those with an interpreter. There will be a warning at 30 seconds and 15 seconds remaining. At the beginning of your input, you will see a map on the screen. Please remind the mapper what area you would like to see on the screen and be as specific as possible about the boundaries of where your community is located. If at the conclusion of the meeting, there is still a need to allow for members of the public in the queue to speak, we will continue this community of interest input meeting at a new date and time, and will attempt to schedule the remaining members of the public to speak for the allotted 3 minutes and 6 minutes respectively. Please monitor the website as we expect to post a continuation of this agenda within 24 hours. Communities of interest tools. While there are no clear rules on how to define a community of interest, we identified ways for you to describe your community. Begin with your county or city. Mention the street names and significant locations in your neighborhood to help us identify the parameters of your community. What are your shared interests? What brings you together? What is important to your community? Are there nearby areas you want to be in a district with? Are there nearby areas you don't want to be in a district with? Why or why not? Has your community come together to advocate for important services, better schools, roads, or health centers in your neighborhood? Also, we invite you to use the Communities of Interest tool to draw a map and describe your community by visiting drawmycacommunity.org. Again, that's drawmycacommunity.org. This website is available in 16 languages. Skip the line, go online, submit your community of interest input today. And please encourage at least 3 other people to do the same. As a reminder, excuse me, Commissioner Fernandez, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my text. Could you pick up the script from this point?
Sure. As a reminder, right?
Yeah.
Even though we are focusing on specific county, we aren't focusing on specific county today. This is a statewide, so please, anywhere from California, please call in. We will now begin the public input sessions, and we'll start with people who are registered and then open the phone lines if there's time before the next session. If you are calling without an appointment, please do not hang up as you will lose your place in line. I will pass this over to Katie, our comment moderator and our calming voice of the commission.
Thank you, Commissioner Fernandez.
Thank you to both of our chairs. Welcome to the public input session. Please use the raise hand button at the bottom of your screen to enter the comment queue. When it is your turn to speak, I will identify you by your assigned unique ID number from your invite. You will be reconnected to the session with the ability to enable your own video and/or audio. You will then be assigned a speaker order number before you begin speaking. Please make a note of your speaker order number for future reference. The Commission will be enforcing a 3-minute time limit for English speakers and a 6-minute time limit for those with an interpreter. There will be a warning at 30 seconds and 15 seconds remaining. The Commission's goal is to find the area on the map you would like to discuss prior to your testimony. If you are within a specific neighborhood of a large city, please mention it by name. Once we are able to locate your area, your 3 or 6-minute testimony will begin. Attendees will not be able to share their screen. At the end of your public input or at the end of your time, you will be reconnected in a listen and view only mode. At the beginning of your input, please remind the mapper of what area you would like to see on the screen. And we will begin with unique ID 007, and then up next after that will be 009. 007, I will be promoting you now. 007, your speaker order number will be number 1, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. You can now enable your audio and video in the lower left corner of your screen. If you will please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I live in neighborhood West Hills in LA County.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
So I'm a resident of San Fernando Valley, and I've been living here for many years. And this is where I work and go to temple. And most of my friends, they are here, and we really enjoy living here. This is a very unique community, and it's a very vibrant community. And we belong to Indo-American community, and we have ties with the Asian communities in the valley, which they live here. There are lots of businesses we are friends with, and you should know about our community that we host multiple events in the valley. The mainly there's an Indian independence we host, and it's one of the very big events we organize. It hasn't happened last year because of COVID, but every year there are a lot of people, they come there, and we invite our congressmen as well. And and we really like to say that if we go into restructuring, redistribution of this district or valley, then our voice in terms of our community will not be as strong as it is today. This is a growing community here, and there are issues like discrimination, supporting human rights. So we want our community to be together, and we really like our congressman. He has done, he's taken care of us as well. So don't. So if this happens, if this restructuring happens, this will hurt our voice. This will hurt our voting power, and we would like to keep the valley together. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And right now we will have 009, and then up next after that will be 013. 009, I will be promoting you now. (009), your speaker order number will be number 2, if you will please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Yes, the area I'd like to discuss would be North County, San Diego, and Southern Orange County, the 36th Senate District.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yes, my name's Colonel Rocky Chavez. I'm a retired Marine Colonel. I was on the Commanding General's staff when I retired in 2001. I'm also was the chair of the Governor's Military Council for Governor Brown and Governor Newsom. And prior to that, I was the undersecretary, then secretary of the California Department of Veteran Affairs for Governor Schwarzenegger and Governor Brown. Additionally, I was an elected council member in Oceanside, and I was the assembly member for the 76th Assembly District. And currently, I'm the chairman of the Tri-City Medical Board. My area of interest is Camp Pendleton and Tri-City Medical. Camp Pendleton has been the major employer in Southern Orange County and San Diego for the past 65 years. In 2016, Camp Pendleton and direct investment economy was over $6 billion. As a chair of the Governor's Military Council, I can tell you our economic analysis says the Department of Defense expenditures in the state of California equals that of agriculture. So it's a big player in all the cities around Camp Pendleton, San Clemente, Fallbrook, Oceanside, Vista, Carlsbad are all impacted directly by Camp Pendleton, and those areas need to be together so they can speak with one voice. Additionally, as the chair of the Tri-City Medical Board, Tri-City has gone for around 60 years. We represent the cities of Oceanside, Vista, and Carlsbad, and we're intricately involved in the healthcare of that area right now. We have given more than 40,000 shots in COVID and to protect our communities, so we're actively there. So I ask that you consider the historical, economic, and healthcare of those cities of Oceanside, Carlsbad, Vista, and then the cities around Camp Pendleton, because they have a historical relationship. Thank you very much for allowing me to present my issue.
Thank you so much. At this time, we will go to 013, and up next after that will be 012. 013, I will be promoting you now. Your speaker order number will be number 3, if you will please make note of that for future reference. You can now enable your audio and video in the lower left corner of your screen. If you will please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss today, the floor is yours.
Hi, how you guys doing today?
Wonderful.
My name is Newton Viancu. Can the mapper please zoom in on Hacienda Heights? Hacienda Heights is located, I believe the Hacienda Heights, Avocado Heights, and Valinda belong together in a district whose representative comes from the San Gabriel Valley. Hacienda Heights is located near the 605 and 60 interchange. Avocado Heights is just to the west of it, next to the Pointed Hills landfill, and Valinda is to the north of Hacienda Heights near Rim Grove Park. These communities depend on Los Angeles County and San Gabriel Valley institutions to provide major services like transportation and healthcare. The Upper San Gabriel Water District provide water for these communities. The San Gabriel Valley Economic Partnership helps build our economy, and the San Gabriel Valley has world-class higher education. Our freeways are too crowded, and the American Community Survey data, which is online, shows Valinda, Avocado Heights, and Hacienda Heights all have 73 to 76% home ownership. So there are relatively few renters in this area. Median family income ranges from $75,000 to $86,000. And the percentage of immigrants is 36 to 40% in all 3 communities. These communities have very little in common with Orange County. So don't get tempted to mix them with the district whose elected officials must focus on issues impacting residents there. Please help keep Valinda, Hacienda Heights, and Avocado Heights together in the San Gabriel Valley District. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And right now we have 012, and then up next after that will be 014. 012, I will be promoting you now. Zero, 1, 2, there appears to be some connectivity issues. We will be doing the audio only option at this time. 012. Your speaker order number will be number. Hi, just
can
one.
you hear me?
Yes, I can. And so can everyone else. Just your speaker order number will be number 4. If you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, this is Megan Trin. Can the mapper please pull up Walnut, Diamond Bar, and Chino Hills, please? I want to talk about the strong community of interest between Walnut, Diamond Bar, and Chino Hills. These cities are united by the Chino Hills State Park and Highway 60, but my Google search on census data showed how much they are alike. Each city has a substantial Asian population. Each has a home ownership rate of over 75%. Over 40% of residents in each city speak a language other than English at home, mostly Chinese. Over 90% of residents in each city have a high school degree, and about 50% in each city have a bachelor's degree. Commute times are nearly identical, 37 to 39 minutes in each city. The median family income in the 3 cities range from $99,000 to $106,000, and poverty levels in each city are about 6%. These cities are next to each other and about as demographically similar as they can be. They clearly belong in the same district. Please keep them together when drawing the new line. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And right now we will be going to 014. And then up next after that will be 010. 014, I will be promoting you now. Zero 014, your speaker order number will be number 5. If you'll please make note of that for future reference. You can now enable your audio and video in the lower left corner of your screen. If you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, this is Candida Chung. Can the mapper please zoom in on West Covina? So West Covina is currently split between 2 legislative seats in both the Assembly and the Senate, and is better served by being united in a single district. In both the Assembly and the Senate, the district is currently attached to legislative seats that have a population base in Orange County. All of West Covina belongs in a district that is united by the I-10 freeway. It belongs with cities like La Puente or Covina, not Orange County. West Covina's needs are different than those of Orange County. West Covina Unified has a 67.9 free reduced meals, while the district to the south, Walnut Valley Unified, has just 20.9%. West Covina shares similar school districts of Baldwin Park Unified, Covina Valley Unified that span across Baldwin Park, Irwindale, Azusa, Covina, and Glendora. West Covina has different healthcare needs than most affluent cities in Orange City like Yorba Linda. We belong in a San Gabriel Valley district and served by a representative who understands that community. Problems like diabetes and obesity are far more severe in La Puente, Covina, and West Covina than in richer Orange County. The percentage of uninsured healthcare individuals in West Covina is 22.5%. By contrast, it is much lower in Orange County, where most people have healthcare provided by an employer. Our major transportation corridor is the I-10, and we rely on LA County's public transportation system. Visiting an elected official in Orange County is a major challenge. The last commission unfairly split the city in both the Senate and Assembly plan. Worse, it included that split in districts dominated by Orange County. Please keep West Covina in San Gabriel, a West San Gabriel Valley district. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Right now we will have 010, and then up next after that will be 016. 010, I will be promoting you now. Your speaker order number will be number 6. If you'll please make note of that for future reference. You can now enable your audio and video in the lower left corner of your screen. If you will please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, my name is Brianna Tang. Could we please zoom in on North Orange County, or more specifically, Placentia, Fullerton, and Yorba Linda? Thank you. I'm here to talk about North Orange County. The cities of Yorba Linda, Brea, Anaheim Hills, Placentia, and the part of Fullerton that is in Council District 2 are a community of interest. As I'm sure you know, Anaheim Hills is very different than Flatlands Anaheim. The hills are affluent, and the flatlands have more of the working class. Parts of Fullerton follow the same pattern. Meanwhile, the South has a significant Latino population that is much like the Anaheim flatlands. The north central part, which is Fullerton City Council District 2, is more affluent, less diverse, and has incomes that are more like those in Anaheim Hills than South Fullerton. Like Anaheim Hills, Council District 2 has homes that can sell for more than $2 million. By contrast, many residents in South Fullerton struggle to make ends meet. Council District 2 is bounded by State College Boulevard on the east, Euclid on the west, and Chapman or Malvern on the south. The zip code, which has most of that territory, is the Fullerton zip code 92835, and that includes the neighborhood of Sunny Hills. This area has one of the highest median family incomes in the region. Housing values are $200,000 more than other parts of Fullerton. So please do what you can to keep these North Orange County neighborhoods together. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Right now we have 016. And then up next after that will be 011. 016, I'll be promoting you now. 016, your speaker order number will be number 7, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Josie Singh. Can the mapper please zoom in on Fullerton? Fullerton is located in North Orange County. Thank you. While commission is directed to try to keep cities whole, the reality is population equality and communities of interest compete with that criteria. Sometimes part of a city just don't fit together perfectly. For example, Anaheim and Anaheim Hills. So I'm here submitting some information to enlighten the commission about some differences in the city of Fullerton, should that city need to be split in any plan. The territory in Fullerton zip code 92835 includes the neighborhood of Sunny Hills, which has some homes whose value exceed $2 million. This area has one of the highest median family incomes in the region, over about 30,000 more than the other zip codes in Fullerton. Housing values are 200,000 more than other parts of Fullerton. The data shows that the northern portion of Fullerton is fairly affluent and residents there may suffer from long commutes, but they don't face the same kind of problems some other residents do. Only 2.4% of those who live in 92835 live in what is termed crowded housing, while the other zip codes in Fullerton have double digits, where rental units have more than one person to a room. In zip code 92835, only 14% are on Medicaid, while that number is over 200% higher in one of Fullerton's other zip codes. The fact is that zip code 92835, which is in the northern portion of the city and borders the city of Brea, is more like Brea than it is in parts of Fullerton to the south or west. linking 92835, which resembles Fullerton Council District 2, to Brea, Yorba Linda, Placentia, and even Diamond Bar makes sense if the commission is trying to link communities that share common traits. I will be submitting a map online so that the commission can understand the exact boundaries. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Right now we will have 011, and up next after that will be 003. 011, I will be promoting you now. 011, your speaker order number will be number 8. If you will please make note of that for future reference. You can now enable your audio and video in the lower left corner of your screen. If you will please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss today, the floor is yours.
Hi, my name is Christian Dela Cruz. Can the mapper please zoom in on Diamond Bar and Yorba Linda, Southeast LA County, and North Orange County? I want, excuse me. I want to talk about the school districts in North Orange County and West San Gabriel Valley and the differences between them. The Walnut Valley School District includes the cities of Diamond Bar and Walnut. The schools are known for having a high quality education. Only 23% don't meet language art standards and 25% don't meet English standards. About 20% of the students are on reduced priced or free meal programs. The Brea Olinda district also has excellent schools. 68% meet English standards and 62% meet math standards. 31% are on reduced meal programs. The Placentia Yorba Linda School District covers both those cities and has similar numbers to Brea Olinda. Other districts in our region have a different set of numbers. For example, 72% of students in Pomona Unified don't meet math standards and 50% don't meet language art standards. 88% of Pomona Unified students are on reduced or free meal programs. At Hacienda La Puente Unified, 58% don't meet standards. 45% don't meet language standards. 73% are on reduced or free meal programs. At West Covina Unified, 60% don't meet math standards, nearly 50% don't meet English standards, and 69% are on school meal programs. Sorry to bore with the numbers, but education is a critical function of state government, and improving schools often takes a different approach than maintaining strong academic performance. Dealing with students whose parents may be struggling financially is very different than dealing with those whose parents can afford good meals, laptops, and tutors. So I encourage you to look at factors like school performance and meal programs when drawing lines. Keep in mind that schools that have a high percentage of English learners like La Habra Elementary, which has over 30%, are not like those in Yorba Linda or Brea, which have 13 and 8%. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. And right now we will have 003, and then up next after that will be 004. 003, I will be promoting you now. Your speaker order number will be number 9. If you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. May you please pull up Oak Park, which is in Ventura County, just along the LA County line. Thank you. Members of the commission, I am a 30-year resident of Oak Park, California, located just past the Los Angeles-Ventura County border. The only reason you may have ever even heard of Oak Park has to do with we are in a high fire area, and on November 8th, 2018, the Woolsey fire went through our small community in a very short period of time. Oak Park is actually an unincorporated area about 5 miles wide, or an area wedged between Agora Hills and Westlake Village, with a population of approximately 15,000. There are 2 main roads, Canaan Road and Lindero Canyon Road, both of which lead directly south 2.5 miles to the US 101 freeway. We do not have a mayor or a city council, as we are a municipality. Our closest representative is on the Ventura County Board of Supervisors. We are considered part of the Conejo Valley, but we are not located near California Highway 23, which runs through Thousand Oaks. The only exit that we have out of Oak Park directly through Agora Hills would be to the US 101 freeway. And on the afternoon and evening of November 8th, 2018, that was our only way out to evacuate the Woolsey fire. Currently, we reside in CD 26, and when you look at the map, you will see that Highway 101 is a U.S. highway, a federally supported freeway that is the main artery and access point. My recommendation is that you think about the topography of the hills that surround Oak Park and our access to US 101. Keeping Oak Park aligned with a congressional district that has the 101 is vitally important to our community and the need of representation that keeps those federal funds flowing to services that are along the 101. Most of the services we use are in Thousand Oaks, and although there are surface streets, the quickest way to get to the places that we go to is by the 101. Some proposals include moving Simi Valley, which is located along California Highway 118,
30 seconds.
into our district, which means resources are diverted for transportation purposes to another main artery. However, in the case of the residents of Oak Park, Highway 118 serves no purpose, and in this case, it would divert
15.
federal funding. Thank you very much for your time and your consideration, and please remember we are the southern part of the county and separated by miles of hills from Simi Valley.
Thank you so much. Right now we have unique ID 004. And then up next after that will be caller with the last 4 6968. I'd like to invite those that have called in with us this afternoon to please press star 9 on their telephone keypad. This will raise your hand indicating you wish to give comment this evening. Or this afternoon. We're not in the evening yet. 004, I'll be promoting you now. Your speaker order number will be number 10, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss. The floor is yours.
Commissioners, my name is Sunil Agrawal. Can the mapper zoom in San Fernando Valley, please? I am a resident of Northwest San Fernando Valley. This is where I live, work, and pray. We are a unique community of interest. Our boundaries are Mulholland Drive to south and the Los Angeles City, neighborhood of Porter Range, Northridge and Granada Hills to the north. We are surrounded by mountains, but I assume you already knew that because we are a valley after all. We are not connected to West LA, and it's nearly impossible to travel to that side of town many hours of the day because of traffic. You should also know that I am a chairperson of the Valley's large Indo-American community. This is one of the most vibrant such communities in Southern California. Tens of thousands of Valley residents attend our annual India Day Festival, making it just about the largest community event anywhere in the Valley each year. We also host frequent civic and holiday receptions at the many famous Valley Indian restaurants. Our Hindu and Sikh temples are here, and we don't have to travel to areas outside of the Valley to pray and gather for our holidays. In fact, because of traffic to other parts of town, few would want to. The valley is home to a particularly large South Asian community. In addition to Indo-Americans, there are many people originally from places like Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. On issues like confronting discrimination and supporting human rights around the world, we need a united community when we connect our state legislatures and member of Congress. Being united includes being in the same valley-based districts. Don't hurt our voice, don't hurt our voting power. Keep the valley together, please, and large South Asian community together. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. And right now we will have a caller with the last four, 6968. And then up next after that will be caller 1459. Caller 6968, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6 on your telephone keypad. Caller 6968, your speaker order number will be number 11. If you'll please make note of that for a future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss. The floor is yours.
Yes, I live in Thousand Oaks, and I really am, my name's Shoshana Brower, and I just have an interest in keeping the same boundaries that we've had before, or that we have now, and making sure that Thousand Oaks remains, that our district is a Ventura County district. We have much more in common with Ventura County than I believe we do with Los Angeles County. And that's all I wanted to say, but thank you very much for hearing me out.
Thank you so much. And right now we will have caller 1459. And then up next after that will be caller 5820. Caller 1459, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 1459, your speaker order number will be number 12. If you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael France, and I am a director of the Turlock Irrigation District located in Stanislaus County. If you could zoom the map to Stanislaus and Merced County. 3 of the 4 irrigation districts that generate and distribute retail power are located in Merced and Stanislaus counties. The only outlier is Imperial, way down south. We have many unique and urgent needs to be able to continue to provide affordable and reliable water and power here in the Merced and Stanislaus areas. In my community, there are 14 disadvantaged communities, all that rely on the water and power that we provide. The legislative needs are unique and often quite technical. So it's incredibly important in my perspective as a citizen and as an irrigation district director that the Stanislaus and Merced counties continue to remain as one unit legislatively. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And right now we will have caller 5820. And then up next after that will be caller 3036. Caller 5820, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. And one more time, caller with the last 4, 5820. Oh, there you are. Your speaker order number will be number. Hi. Your speaker order.
Hi.
Hi. Your speaker order number will be number 13. If you'll please make note of that for future reference, and if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. I would like to discuss Congressional District 18. My name is Mudita Tiwari, and I work for Silicon Valley Tech Company. And this call is regarding, I'm very much interested actually, I'm having an Asian representative from Silicon Valley's Congressional District 18, The Asian community is keenly invested in the success of Silicon Valley's economy. We are a community that is family focused and educational focused. We also host many cultural events that brings our community together. We are a relatively new immigrant community and predominantly live in the cities of Sunnyvale, Cupertino, and Santa Clara, along with pockets of Mountain View, Palo Alto, and San Jose. We are launching startups and we power the tech economy with our hardworking technology skills and technical education. But our Asian community from Congressional District 18 doesn't have much say in politics. Having Asian American representatives helps upward mobility of our community by accessing services such as education, healthcare, public services, and more of our immigrant community. Asian Americans are not getting our fair share of resources here. My request is for you to ensure that the Asian population is evenly distributed between Congressional District 17 and 18. District 17 has 50% Asians and District 18 has 20%. Can we make it easier for an Asian representative from District 18? As you know, District 17 has had an Asian representation for decades. Asian Americans are the largest minority community of Congressional District 18, but this district has never had a minority congressional representation. My recommendation is that you include the cities of Sunnyvale, Cupertino, and Santa Clara into the Congressional District 18. Geographically, it makes sense, and it also groups the Asian community into District 18. This will help with a chance to have Asian representation from both the Congressional District CD 18 and District 17. When we aren't represented and included in our accounts, our entire community loses out. Thank you for hearing me out. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, right now we will be going to caller 1708, unique ID 005, as you have an appointment during the session. And then up next after that will be caller 3036. Caller 1708, if you will, wait, one moment, please. Oh, 005 has joined as 005. I will be promoting you now. Unique ID 005, there seems to be some connectivity issues. We will be doing the audio only option at this time. If you will please unmute. Unique ID 005, your speaker order number will be number 14. If you will please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours. You are unmuted. You want to make sure that your microphone is set to whichever microphone you're using. Oh, you are muted again. Can you hear me? We cannot hear you at this time. It appears there's some audio issues. It appears you may be called in and joined via Zoom, which may be affecting your microphone options. We will go ahead and come back to you. Oh, hold on one moment. Zero 005. Can you hear me now? Or can we hear you now? Zero 005, I invite you to please reconnect. And we will be coming back to you. At this time, we will be going to caller 3036. And then up next after that will be unique ID 020. Caller 3036, I will be promoting, caller 3036, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 3036, your speaker order number will be number 15 if you will please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Sure, I'd like to discuss West Sacramento. Okay, if you have the map up. Hi, my name is Johan. I live in West Sacramento. I wasn't planning on calling, but I have to disagree with what I heard yesterday. I think combining West Sacramento and Sacramento has been great. I completely understand and respect that for someone who works on county issues, keeping the county whole is important. But the history of keeping Yolo County whole hasn't been great for West Sacramento. Before the city incorporated, we were a dumping ground for construction and industrial industries that Yolo County cities didn't want. Our main thoroughfare was a magnet for sleazy motels because the city just didn't have control of its land use, and the rest of the county just really didn't care. A West Sacramento brewery actually has named one of their beers 30 Motels as a tongue-in-cheek to that unfortunate history. West Sacramento is finally changing. The district should reflect how people actually live. As someone who's lived in Davis and in Sacramento and now West Sacramento, its relationship between the latter is defining our future going forward. Jobs are concentrated in the downtown Sacramento. That's where my partner regularly walks across the bridge to West Sacramento House, or walks across the bridge to Sacramento from our West Sacramento housing. Over to our office, and nobody walks really over the Yellow Causeway all the way to Davis. Housing has been limited in downtown Sacramento. That's one of the reasons why housing isn't booming in West Sacramento in the Bridge District where I live. You could go to a basketball game and also to a minor league game over at Southern Health Park and travel less than a mile right over the bridge, and it takes less than 15 minutes. And probably no one really knows that they're crossing a county line once they cross that bridge. To borrow a phrase, you only live once. And I choose to live in West Sacramento, not because it is in Yolo County, but because of its very, very strong ties to Sacramento. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Right now we will have we have unique ID 020. And up next after that, we will have caller 0102. Unique ID 020, I will be promoting you now. Unique ID 020, your speaker order number will be number 16 if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, this is Kyle Farrow. Can the mapper please zoom in on Southeast Gabriel Valley? I want to talk about the strong community of interest between Walnut, Diamond Bar, and Chino Hills. These cities are united by the Chino Hills State Park and Highway 60, but Google search on census data showed how much they are alike. Each city has substantial Asian population. Each has a home ownership rate of 75%. Over 40% of residents in each city speak a language other than English as home, mostly Chinese. Over 90% of residents in each city have high school degree, and about 50% in each city have bachelor's degree. Commute times are nearly identical at 37 to 39 minutes in each city. The median family income in three cities range from $99,000 to $106,000. And poverty levels in each city are 6%. These cities are next to each other and about demographically similar as they can be. They clearly belong in the same district. Please keep them together when drawing the new lines. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Right now we have caller 0102. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 0102. You will please unmute by pressing *6. caller with the unique ID 0102, if you will please press star 6 on your telephone keypad to unmute at this time. All right. I will be going to the next caller. There may be some connectivity issues.
Right now we have multiple callers with the last four 0102. So if you're calling from an office and your last four is 0102, please follow the prompts to unmute.
You will hear the audio in your ear. All the lines should not be hearing it at the same time. I'm going to have to go to the next caller at this time. We will come back to 0102s in a moment. This time we're going to caller 0883. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing star 6. Oh, they hung up. At this time we will be going to caller 0102 again. We now only have one of them. Let's see if that works. Caller 0102, if you will please press star 6 at this time to unmute.
Yes.
Hi.
Can you hear me now?
Sure can. There you are. That's okay. Your speaker. That's okay. Your speaker order number is number 17. If you'll please make note of that for future reference, and if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Thank you. My name is Candace Adam Medifin. I'm Executive Director of Healthy House, which is a cultural organization and language bank that trains and provides professional healthcare interpreters in 18 languages. We're located in Merced County in the heart of the Great Central Valley of California, and I'm going to be speaking about Merced County. Merced County is one of the dozen most ethnically diverse counties in the entire country. It's home to a significant Punjabi, Portuguese, African American, Hispanic, even a growing Afghani community. Most importantly, it acts as a hub for the Southeast Asian refugee communities, which are part of the 90,000 Southeast Asians located in the Central Valley, and these constitute the largest concentration of a single refugee population in the entire country. Now, the central location of Merced County in the valley has made it a source of Southeast Asian resettlement and cultural advances, including the election of Paul Lowe, the first Hmong Superior Court judge in the nation, Lee Lor, one of the first Southeast Asian county supervisors, and Noah Lor, one of the first Southeast Asian city council persons. The county also has a consistent kind of rural agrarian topography that allows Southeast Asians to farm and run fresh produce stands, which add immense value to the health of county residents. A Healthy House, which I run, was organized in the late 90s after The Spirit Catches You and You Fall Down was written. And this book chronicled the cultural clash between Hmong shamanism and the Western medical establishment in Merced County over the fate of a young Hmong girl with epilepsy. It's now required reading at Harvard Medical School. And Healthy House is also internationally known now for its Partners in Healing project, which brings Hmong shamans together with Western healthcare providers to improve health outcomes for Southeast Asian patients. The Hmong community was so essential to these accomplishments. They're also instrumental in organizing the Hmong Health Collaborative, which has developed shaman directories now in hospitals from Fresno to Sacramento, the first Hmong English glossary for the state of California, and the cutting-edge interpreter training manual, Connecting World Central Valley version. Merced County is also one of only 9 counties in the entire country to receive a 2018 Department of Justice grant to provide legal services to Southeast Asian and other cultural elders. So with all these cultural accomplishments, which really hinge on this community and this centralized county in the Central Valley, we think that it's important to preserve our
30
current
seconds.
county boundaries in the existing district in order to safeguard against any dilution of this wonderful community, its cultural and political strength. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And right now we'll have caller with the last four, 0763. And then up next after that will be caller with the last four, 1501. Caller 0763, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 0763, your speaker order number will be number 18, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, my name is Jose Trinidad Castaneda. If the mapper could please magnify to North Orange County, Fullerton, Buena Park, La Habra. Again, my name is Jose Trinidad Castaneda. I serve as a commissioner here in the city of Buena Park and formerly as a planning commissioner in the city of Fullerton. So I know this area very well, and I was very concerned to hear comments made about potentially segregating an already highly segregated city, Fullerton, from South Fullerton to other areas. And so I just want to share that a main community of interest that I know very well, La Habra, Buena Park, Fullerton, Anaheim, Placentia, should all stick together, all the cities. In fact, residents and my family in La Habra are not represented by their current state assembly member who represents places like Yorba Linda. And it's sad to say that they never receive information or visit from that state assembly member. I'd also like to point out that I regularly bike with members of my community, predominantly Spanish-speaking Latinas in this part of the county. And we are represented by different state senators because the city of Buena Park is split. We're represented with multiple districts, or school districts, I should say that make things a little confusing to make sure there's a continuum of access to resources around education. And so, again, thank you for listening. Thank you to Commissioner Saine for posting this on LinkedIn, because this is how I found out. So keep posting that information on LinkedIn. And also don't split the city of Fullerton to a highly segregated, high income district, which was proposed earlier by earlier comments. That includes Yorba Linda, North Fullerton, Brea, Placentia, and split Fullerton from South Fullerton, since I've been living here my whole life and I have family in both sides of Fullerton. It's just weird to hear comments like the ones that were stated earlier. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And right now we will have caller 1501. And then up next after that will be caller 1389. Caller 1501, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 1501, your speaker order number will be number 19, if you will please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, if we could focus on West Sacramento. My name is Renee Reed. You may recognize my voice from previous calls to the Legal Affairs Committee. I deliberately waited until your last hearing to call about my own community of interest. It wasn't to have the last word. Rather, I wanted to give a real-world example of how you could use census data to fill in gaps in testimony. It's really great that other callers stole some of my thunder by using census data too. but I would still like to tell you about my community. I feel West Sacramento is more closely tied to the city of Sacramento than to the east, city of Sacramento to the east rather than Davis to the west. What does the census say? The median home value in West Sacramento is $350,000. In Sacramento, it's $337,000. In Davis, it is $652,000. The percent with college degrees in West Sacramento is 29, in Sacramento is 33, and in Davis is 74. The percent of people receiving food stamps or SNAP benefits in West Sacramento is 13, in Sacramento is 12, and in Davis is 5. People who speak English less than, quote, very well. West Sacramento is 16%, Sacramento is 15%, and Davis is 8%. And the percent of West Sacramento residents working in Sacramento is 31%, and in Davis is 2%. I presume you can see on the map West Sacramento abuts Sacramento, while it is separated from Davis by a floodplain. As to the other point I originally wanted to make, you should always listen to the public first. They know their communities best. Data is not a substitute for outreach, but where the public has yet to weigh in, please consider asking your demographers to review census data until those voices can be heard. And please don't use the county line as justification to separate West Sacramento from Sacramento. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And right now we will have caller 1389. Oh, no, we will not. They hung up. Right now we will have caller 1276. And then up next after that will be caller 3375. Caller 1276. Your speaker order number will be number 20, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi. Yeah, can we go back to Sacramento and West Sac? So I am calling basically to echo the same sentiment. So my name's Liz. I am encouraging the commission to keep West Sacramento and Sacramento together in legislative districts. Sacramento is known for being the food farm-to-fork capital of the nation. And I believe West Sacramento should get the same recognition for that. We share a culture of food. We share a culture of good beer and restaurants. And so we share a similar economy as well. We have restaurants that are on both sides of the river. So you have Broderick's and Burgers and Brew and Bike Dog and Insight Coffee. And we need representatives who care about these industries, who care about fresh food in consumers' houses. So I highly encourage you to keep West Sacramento and Sacramento together. And I greatly appreciate your time. And thank you so much for your service to California. It's greatly appreciated.
Thank you so much. And right now we will have caller 7285. And then up next, oh wait, no, hold on one second. One moment, sorry. Right now we were going to caller 3375, and then up next after that will be caller 7285. Caller 3375, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 3375, your speaker order number will be number 21, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hello, thank you. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jay Mojnidar. I live in CA18 Congressional District, the heart of Silicon Valley. Can the mapper zoom in the CA18 in Santa Clara County? Thank you. Since I'm on the phone, I can't see it. Today, I'm calling on behalf of the relatively new but growing Asian American community here. We, the Asian community, are contributing to the large tech economy through our hard work, technological skills, and entrepreneurial spirits. We make a significant part of large tech companies like Google's and Tesla's, and also so many startups. We mainly live in the cities of Los Altos, Palo Alto, Mountain View, Cupertino, and Sunnyvale. However, if you look at the map, the cities are split between CA18 and CA17. Due to this, even though we are the largest minority community in our congressional district CA18, we do not have congressional representation. We feel that we are losing out a lot due to non-representation. My request is to combine the cities of Cupertino, Sunnyvale, and Santa Clara into CA18 so that we can have a chance to have congressional representation from our Asian American community. Thank you for addressing the needs of the Asian American community, and we hope you will redraw the lines to favor our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And right now we have caller 7285. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 7285, your speaker order number will be number 22 if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
I'm from Modesto, south of Modesto, and I prefer to speak Spanish.
You would like an interpreter?
If it's possible.
Yes. Un momento, por favor. Johanna?
Hi, Katie. This is the Spanish interpreter.
Thank you.
What's the speaker's order number?
22.
22. Okay. Hola, buenas tardes. Soy la intérprete.
Buenas
tardes. Su número de orador es el número 22. Si puede, por favor, anotarlo y para usarlo en el futuro. Vamos a darle unas instrucciones antes de que comience. La interpretación del español al inglés es consecutiva, así que por favor hable en frases cortas y cada vez que haga una pausa yo le voy a interpretar o tal vez yo le interrumpa y le pida que haga una pausa. Tendrá usted 6 minutos en lugar de 3 minutos para dar su testimonio. Y antes de que comience queremos por favor saber de qué área va a hablar para que el cartógrafo lo ponga en el mapa. ¿Nos puede decir, por favor?
Sur de Modesto.
The south of Modesto. Ok. Adelante.
Ok, yo prefiero hablar en español y recibir la información en español en mi comunidad.
Yes, I prefer to speak Spanish and I prefer to receive the information in Spanish in my community.
Estoy sirviendo en mi iglesia y en diferentes lugares de nuestro condado y pienso que un 60 o 70% de esta comunidad es hispana.
I am currently serving at the church and at different places in our community, and I believe that 60 or 70% of the community is Hispanic.
Nuestra área tiene mucha gente que trabaja en los campos y mucha gente de esta no habla inglés, e inclusive en las escuelas hay muchos padres de familia que necesitan traductores y por eso es la razón que yo estoy pidiendo esto.
And in our area, there are a lot of people who work out in the fields, and these people do not speak English. Even in our schools, there are a lot of parents who request translators. And this is why I am asking for this information in Spanish.
Las ciudades alrededor de Modesto se encuentra, o sea, Modesto es el lugar, Cities está cerquitas y Patterson. Y algunas otras ciudades más alrededor, pequeñas ciudades de 4 o 5 mil habitantes.
There are cities around Modesto. Modesto is the city. And then there's Ceres and Peterson and other small cities around the area that have 4,000 to 5,000 residents. Adelante.
Sí, es una de las cosas que hay es que si separan, de preferencia que no vayan a separar los distritos.
What would be preferred is the districts not to be separated.
Esto es, yo he estado aquí por 45 años en esta parte y por los últimos 38 años he estado trabajando aquí en estas áreas y hay demasiada gente que necesitan, sobre todo, he estado trabajando para tener clases de inglés y español para nuestros estudiantes y son de las cosas que estamos aclimatados a todo esto y de preferencia hay mucha gente que no entiende de lo que estamos hablando.
I've been living in this part of the area for 45 years, and in the last 38 years, I've been working in these areas. And there are way too many people who need this more than anything. I am trying to get English and Spanish classes, even for our students. This is what we're accustomed to. And so a lot of people basically do not understand us when we speak. Adelante.
Adelante. Sí, una de las cosas es que porque nuestras comunidades hemos estado trabajando le podría mentar todas las ciudades en las que yo he trabajado hombro a hombro con los concilios de Turlock, de Modesto, de Cities, de Houston, son una infinidad de ciudades. Me llevaría mucho tiempo en mencionarla.
I can mention all of the communities that I've worked in shoulder to shoulder with the councils, with Murdoch, Modesto, Ceres, Houston. There are way too many. It would take me way too long to mention all of them.
Okay, sí. Y el caso es que hemos estado trabajando por mucho tiempo así unidas las comunidades y hemos logrado bastantes beneficios para nuestras comunidades. Incluso tenemos ahorita hispanos que están trabajando en los concilios, que han salido de dentro de todo lo que hemos trabajado nosotros por los últimos 38 años.
We have been working for a long time to maintain the community united, and we've gotten many benefits for our community. In fact, a lot of Hispanics have been able to go out and work in the councils. This is due to everything that we've done in the last 38 years. Como 20 segundos tiene, adelante.
Sí, y pues esa es una de las razones por las que yo estoy hablando y como en otros lugares estoy representando a mi comunidad.
And so this is one of the reasons why I'm calling, and like in other places, I am representing my community.
Aunque en esos momentos
we're
exactamente
at time.
sé yo
Un momento, por favor. Chair, do you have any further questions for the caller?
I do. Could you ask the translator, could you please ask the caller if he could define the communities that he'd like to see together?
Disculpa, ya se le terminó el tiempo, pero el presidente de la reunión le gustaría saber si es que puede usted describir cuáles son las comunidades que quiere mantener unidas.
Bueno, está las 3 ciudades que mencioné primero, está Keys, está Houston, está Celaya, están perdone, pero no tengo en mente todas las pero son no menos de unas 10 pequeñas comunidades alrededor, contando Merced, contando Livingston, Atwater, y hay muchas ciudades que están en las que yo he trabajado con las comunidades.
Well, there's the first 3 that I had mentioned, and then there's Keys, there's Houston, Salida. I can't really think of all of them right now, but there's at least no less than 10 small communities, including Merced, Livingston, Atwater. There's many, many cities where I've worked with the communities.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Wow. Me dijeron que se me había terminado el tiempo, pues muchas gracias. Pero si quieren más, pues podemos seguir.
Well, I was told that I ran out of time, so thank you so much. But if you'd like to hear more, we can continue on.
Thank you so much.
We're not hearing
Muchas gracias.
Just a moment. I'm not hearing your microphone, Chair. I'm not sure what's going on there.
You're not?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Did you have any further questions for the caller?
No.
Thank you so much, and muchas gracias to the caller.
Thank you, guys.
So we're actually up on our break. So at this time, I'd like us to take a break, and then we'll take a 15-minute break. And when we return from break, we'll continue with individuals who have registered appointments. And then if there's additional time, we'll open the line for those who don't have appointments. So if everyone could be back at 4:47, that would be awesome.
Welcome back, everyone, to the California Citizens Redistricting Commission Communities of Interest Input Meeting. We also encourage you to visit the Communities of Interest tool to draw a map and describe your community by visiting drawmycacommunity.org. For anyone who has joined us recently, we are offering a Spanish line, a language line for Spanish language speakers to listen to the meeting in their native language, and a separate line for those who wish to provide public comment or public input. Could I please have our interpreters, Joanna or Margarita, provide our language line numbers and the information to provide public input? I believe that would be the full call-in instructions.
Yes, Chair, this is Margarita, Spanish interpreter. I'll go ahead and provide the full call-in instructions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Para los hispanohablantes que deseen escuchar esta reunión en español, por favor, marquen el 888-566-1377 para escuchar esta reunión en español e ingresen el número de identificación para la reunión 389-1010. De nuevo, el número es 888-566-1377 e ingresen el número de identificación de la reunión, que es el 389-1010 para escuchar la reunión en español. Si usted desea dar su comentario público, el número de teléfono es el 877-853-5247. De nuevo, el número de teléfono para dar su aporte público es 877-853-5247. Usted va a necesitar ingresar el número 884-8761-9376. Usted va a necesitar marcar este nuevo número de teléfono para poder dar su comentario público. Si usted necesita un intérprete para dar su comentario, se le proveerá un intérprete en este número. Si usted está llamando para hablar, por favor, no vaya a colgar, sino perderá su lugar en la fila. Gracias.
Gracias, Margarita. As a reminder, Californians from anywhere in the state are welcome to provide input. I will pass this over to Katie, our comment moderator, to continue with public input. We will start with people who are registered and then open the phone line if there's time before the next session. Katie?
Thank you so much. Welcome to the public input session. Please use the raise hand button at the bottom of your screen to enter the queue. When it is your turn to speak, I will identify you by your assigned unique ID number from your invite. You will be reconnected to the session with the ability to enable your own video and/or audio. You will then be assigned a speaker order number before you begin speaking. Please make a note of your speaker order number for future reference. The Commission will be enforcing a 3-minute time limit for English speakers and a 6-minute time limit for those with an interpreter. There will be a warning at 30 seconds and 15 seconds remaining. The Commission's goal is to find the area on the map you would like to discuss prior to your testimony. If you are within a specific neighborhood of a large city, please mention it by name. Once we are able to locate your area, your 3 or 6-minute testimony will begin. Attendees will not be able to share their screen. At the end of your public input, or at the end of your time, you will be reconnected to a listen and view only mode. At the beginning of your input, please remind the mapper of what area you would like to see on the screen. At this time, we will go to Unique ID 015. I will be promoting you now. Unique ID 015. Your speaker order number will be number 23 if you will please make note of that for future reference. You can now enable your audio and video in the lower left corner of your screen. If you will please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss today, the floor is yours.
Hi, my name is Stephen Williams. Can the mapper please zoom in on the North Orange County cities of La Habra, Fullerton, Buena Park, and Stanton, please? Thank you. I'm here to talk about Northwest Orange County and the cities along the Highway 39 corridor. Those cities are La Habra, Fullerton, Buena Park, West Anaheim, and Stanton. Highway 39 is not only the major thoroughfare connected these cities, but it also houses major hospitality industry employees, including Knott's Berry Farm, Adventure City, Medieval Times, and others. Many workers and families use Highway 39 to get business as well as to Disneyland, which is right around the corner. These cities are on the northwest side of Orange County. Some border on Los Angeles County, but these cities all look to Orange County government to deal with homelessness, healthcare, transportation, and other issues, not LA County. They are ethically diverse working class people. Many have hospitality industry ties. One part of one Fullerton doesn't fit with rest, and that is north central part of Fullerton. The folks who live in Fullerton Council District 2 are far more affluent than those who live in other cities I have discussed. Obviously, they also look to Orange County government, but their economy and transportation concerns are quite different than ours. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
At this time, I'd like to invite those that have called in. Oh, one moment. And we need to check in with our mappers. One moment, please.
Yes, we just had one. We just need to go off and come right back on. So just one moment, please. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
While the mappers are doing that, I'd like to invite those that have called in to please press star 9 on their telephone keypad. This will raise your hand indicating you wish to give comment this evening. Please press star 9 on your telephone keypads. This will raise your hands indicating you wish to give comment as we get to go to our callers.
Okay, and as we wait, just a reminder to visit our website at wedrawthelineca.org. You can also sign up for our emails to learn more about commission meetings, updates, and announcements. Please connect with us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube at We Draw the Line CA. Okay, we're still waiting, so I'm going to continue on. Here we go. Let's see. There are numerous ways to provide public input to the commission, even as our communities of interest meetings draw to a close today. You can go on our communities of interest mapping tool at drawmycacommunity.org. The online communities of interest tool is available in English, Spanish, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, Vietnamese, Tagalog, Korean, Armenian, Farsi, Arabic, Russian, Japanese, Punjabi, Khmer, Hmong, and Thai. Tutorials are also available in those languages. Great timing. Our map is back. Here we go. Thank you, Katie. Back to you.
You're welcome, and thank you. All right. Right now we've got caller with the last four, 6850, and then up next after that will be caller 7782. Caller 6850, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6 on your telephone keypad. Caller 6850, your speaker order number will be number 24, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. I'm calling from Merced County, Central Valley. My name is Susita Bengon E. Manivong. I am the current Vice President of the Lao Association of Merced County. Our community has called Merced County their home for over 45 years. Arriving in the United States as refugees, our elders chose Merced City and County as the hub for our Lao community. Some of the factors were agriculture, the resources that were provided here in Merced County, housing, diverse cultures, employment, and the opportunities of business ownership. Culture is very important to our community. Merced County has given us the opportunity to share our culture through food, arts, and different events and festivities. Sharing our culture through food, we have some of the best restaurants in Merced owned by Lao members. For example, Sam's Cafe, which has been around for over 30 years, Bangkok Restaurant, who the owner is a board member of the Merced Main Street Association, the Papaya Lady, who used to sell, food right out of her van back in the early 1980s. And also we do have a celebrity here in Merced County called Cooking with Nana, who shows our community how to cook food from home in the comfort of their home. All of these businesses and individuals have been recognized throughout our nation amongst the Southeast Asian population. Merced is the only city throughout the nation which celebrates Lao New Year in the heart of downtown. These festivities include music, arts, dance, traditions, religion, and food. This is very significant because every other Lao community throughout the nation celebrates Lao New Year at the temples. We are a part of Merced City and County, and we will continue to be an important influence in the community. Our community, the Lao community of Merced County, we are against redistricting in Merced County. It will divide us as a community and will affect our strength in numbers. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your input and also for those restaurants. When I drive by, I'm going to be looking for those, so thank you.
Thank you so much. Right now we have caller 7782, and then up next after that will be caller 2078, unique ID 021. Caller 7782, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 7782, your speaker order number will be number 25, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Sure. Thank you very much. I'm calling from Congressional District 18, which would be Saratoga in Bay Area.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
So I'm calling from Congressional District 18, which is obviously next to Congressional District 17. and would like to call out the uneven representation of the Asian American population from these two districts. Congressional District 17 has 50% Asian Americans. Congressional District has 20%, but just the diversity of the District of 17 allows it to have an Asian American representation, whereas the 20% Asian Americans in Congressional District 18 does not provide that option to Asian Americans currently. So my recommendation would be to redistrict cities of Cupertino and Santa Clara and Sunnyvale into Congressional District 18 so that we can have a congressional representation, which we have never had. And given the distribution of population right now, we are not likely to have for many, many years in future. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. And right now we will have caller 2078, unique ID 021. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time. Unique ID 021, your speaker order number will be number 26, if you will please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours. And hello.
Hello, Commissioners. I'm a resident of the San Fernando Valley. This is where I live, work, and pray. We are a unique community of interest. Our boundaries are Mulholland Drive to the south and the Los Angeles City neighborhoods of Porter Ranch, Northridge, and Granada Hills to the north. We are surrounded by mountains, but I assume you already knew about this. We are not connected to West LA, and it's nearly impossible to travel to the side of the town many hours in the day because of traffic. You should also know that I'm a member of Valley's large Indo-American community. This is one of the most vibrant such communities in Southern California. Tens of thousands of Valley residents attend annual India Independence Day festival, making it just about the largest community event anywhere in the Valley each year. We also host frequent civic and holiday receptions at the many famous Valley Indian restaurants. Our Hindu and Sikh temples are here. We don't have to travel to areas outside the valley to pray and gather for our holidays. In fact, because of traffic to the other parts of town, few would want to. The valley is home to a particularly large South Asian community, and in addition to Indo-Americans, there are many people originally from places like Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, India. Our issues like confronting discrimination and supporting human rights around the world. We need a united community when we contact our state legislators and member of Congress. Being united includes being in the same valley-based district. Don't hurt our voice. Don't hurt our voting power. Keep the valley together, and we will have kept the valley's large South Asian community together. Thank you.
Thank you for your input.
And right now we will have caller 5793, and then up next after that will be caller 9948. Caller 5793, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 5793, your speaker order number will be number 27, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Okay, I would like to discuss San Luis Obispo County. Am I heard at this time?
Go ahead.
I would like to ask the committee to look at San Luis Obispo County and not allowing redistricting of that county to include Monterey. We would like to keep our district the way it is for reasons that have to do with our community in agriculture and in traditions and that redistricting to include other counties would change the way our county is and looks and the historic value of our county. So I ask you please to not redistrict San Luis Obispo County because of our shared history, agriculture, energy, and we need to be kept whole in all of the districts that the commission draws to keep San Luis Obispo together with the neighbors and not linked with Santa Barbara or Monterey County. Thank you.
Thank you for your input.
Right now, we will have caller 9948. And then up next after that will be caller 8454, unique ID 023. Caller 9948, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 9948, your speaker order number will be number 28, if you will please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, my name is Merlin Mascarino. Can the mapper please tune in on Yorba Linda? I want to talk about Yorba Linda, which is located in northern Orange County. And before I get going, I do realize that the Senate District, Congressional District, and Assembly District have different population requirements. So I'm going to start with the smallest unit possible and build out. Brea, Yorba Linda, Placencia are alike and they belong together. To the north, they are linked to Diamond Bar, Roland Heights, and Walnut by Highway 57, as well as Anaheim Hills to the south. They share Chino Hills State Park with Chino Hills, as well as some of our transportation congestion on the 60. The Sunny Hills neighborhood, which is in zip code 92835 in Fullerton, has home for sale that exceed $2 million. It has ranch-style home and school that more like Yorba Linda than the rest of Fullerton, which is more like working-class neighborhood in Buena Park or West Anaheim. La Habra is on the northern border of our county, but isn't it much like Brea or Yorba Linda? It is a working-class city with a very significant Latino population. One might put it with part of Los Angeles County or link it to the communities like Anaheim or Santa Ana down the I-5. North Orange County is changing rapidly and it is diverse. It isn't the Orange County of 20 years ago, and I encourage you to take a careful look at how our city has changed so you can adjust the district accordingly. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for your input.
And right now, we will, one moment. We did have a caller hang up. At this time, we will be going to caller 4036, but that is not the unique ID number that I mentioned earlier. They hung up. So this will be caller last four 4036. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6.
Hi, can you hear?
We sure
Hi,
can.
Can you hear me?
We sure can. I have a couple brief
Hi.
instructions. Real quick, your speaker order number will be number 29, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, I am talking about the redistricting for District 18, the Congressional District, which covers the South Bay and Peninsula in the Bay Area.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Hi, my name is Vikram. I've been a Bay Area resident for the past 25 years. I also serve in the Planning Commission here in Cupertino. I used to be an independent, but now I'm a registered Democrat since January. Actually, I'm writing to you to talk a little bit about representation and specifically from the point of view of how the Asian or the Indian American community feels about it. I think the Bay Area has one of the highest densities of Asian and Indian American. And I'm going to use the single word Asian to include both East Asians and Indian Asian people of the Asian American community. And at times we feel that although we made this place our home, and in Indian language we call it Karambhuvi. Karambhuvi means that where you earn your karma or where you do your thing for the world. And we've been very thankful for the opportunities we have received and the impact we are able to have on the country, the lives which people live, and all over the world. I think the Bay Area that way is extremely unique, and we are so thankful to be here. At the same time, when I talk to people from my community and so on, they feel that their voice, when it comes to decisions which affect them, is getting more and more marginalized. There is a fairly democratic deep blue county, but the number of Asian and Asian Americans I feel who are so fed up of the Democratic Party is just growing astounding. And a person who recently registered with the Democratic Party, I also find it surprising. But they have the reason, and they're fairly strong. And at the end, it points down to the amount of representation and the voice we as Asian Americans get in the bigger American picture. So, the interesting part about the demographics is that even though the Asian American community has a huge part of the Bay Area, we're not really a force to reckon with, except in District 17. And what I'm recommending to you is to seriously consider redistricting so the Asian Americans who are very fortunate and glad to be here can actually feel that their voice is getting heard, and we have a representation and a place in the big tent which defines the US. Okay, so I would recommend you that, if you could include the cities of Cupertino, where I live, Sunnyvale, Santa Clara, and maybe even Mountain View in District 18, so that, we have more than one representative whose decisions we can influence than what we have right now. Thank you so much, and thank you for giving me the chance to speak.
Thank you for your input.
And thank you so much. And caller 8454, unique ID 023, has rejoined us. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. And get that as caller with the last 8454. And please press *6 at this time to unmute. Perfect.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. One moment.
Good afternoon.
You are unmuted. Your speaker order number will be number 30. If you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm a resident of San Fernando Valley, and this is where I live and work. I have a few businesses here. And our boundaries are Mulholland Drive to the south and Los Angeles City neighborhoods of Fort Orion, Northridge, Granada Hills to the north. And basically, we are not connected to West LA because of the drive and the traffic and all that stuff. And it's nearly impossible to travel to that side of for many hours of the day because of traffic. And all our representatives are here where they're easily approachable. And I'm also a member of Valley's large Indo-American community. And this is one of the most vibrant and rich communities in Southern California. So basically, I would, everything is within this area, and it's called San Fernando Valley. We proudly call it San Fernando Valley. So it would, I would ask not to redistrict this boundary. So that's my request and submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling in.
Right now, we will go to caller 6777, and then up next after that will be caller 3795. Caller 6777, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing star 6. Caller 6777, your speaker order number will be number 31, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Yes, I'd like to discuss Merced County, please.
Thank you.
And
Go
if I
ahead.
could just make a comment. Yeah, I'd just like to make a comment. Merced County obviously is a very important county here in the Central Valley of California. It has a very distinct agricultural footprint as well as disadvantaged communities and environmental with the Grasslands Wildlife Management Area. So all very integrated and really important area. And I've been hearing that there was potentially some ideas of moving part of the county out of not anyway, part of Merced County being maybe the west half being connected more towards the coastal areas, and that just would be not a great idea in my estimation. We've been farming in the valley for a long period of time, and the way that the water systems work, and just again with the unique nature of the agricultural community and just all of our communities here, it is something that I think the county needs to stay together, and it would be doing a disservice to our residents to make a connection with a county that doesn't share the same kind of unique traits that we do here. And that really is the crux of my comments. But again, it's water, as we're seeing in this current drought, is essential, and the way we manage water in the valley is very different than some of the other regions. And I think again, there's going to be all kinds of economic and other issues if the region doesn't stay connected. So those are my comments, and I appreciate the time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your input today.
At this time, we'll be going to caller 3795. If you'll please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing star 6. Again, this caller with the last 43795. If you wish to give comment this evening, and please press star 6 on your telephone keypad. Oh. Well, they will be calling back, I am certain. The floor is yours, Chair.
I hope we didn't scare them, Katie, but thank you so much. Katie, would you mind giving the full call instructions? And then if I could have Joanna or Margarita, please provide those instructions in Spanish. Thank you.
Absolutely. In order to maximize transparency and public participation in our process, the commissioners will be taking public comment by phone. To call in, dial the telephone number provided on the live stream feed. It is 877-853-5247. When prompted, enter the meeting ID number provided on the live stream feed. It is 884-8761-9376 for this meeting. When prompted to enter a participant ID, simply press the pound key. Once you have dialed in, you will be placed in a queue. To indicate you wish to comment, please press star 9. This will raise your hand for the moderator. When it is your turn to speak, you will hear a message that says the host would like you to talk and to press star 6 to speak. If you would like to give your name, please state and spell it for the record. You are not required to provide your name to give public comment. Please make sure to mute your computer or live stream audio to prevent any feedback or distortion during your call. Once you are waiting in the queue, be alert for when it is your turn to speak, and again, please turn down the live stream volume. And Margarita, I think I saw your face. Perfect.
Yes, that was me. Thank you. Okay. Para los hispanohablantes que deseen escuchar esta reunión en español, por favor marquen el 888-566-1377 para escuchar esta reunión en español. Ingresen el número de identificación de la reunión, que es el 389-1010. De nuevo, el número de teléfono es el 888-566-1377 e ingresen el número de la reunión que es 389-1010 para los hispanohablantes que desean escuchar esta reunión en español. Si usted desea llamar para dar su comentario público, el número de teléfono es 877-853-5247. De nuevo, el número de teléfono para dar su comentario público es 877-853-5247. Usted va a necesitar ingresar el número 884-8761-9376. Usted va a necesitar marcar este nuevo número de teléfono para dar su comentario público. Si usted necesita un intérprete para poder dar su comentario público, se le proveerá una durante su llamada en este número de teléfono. Si usted está llamando para hablar, por favor no cuelgue, si no perderá su lugar en la fila. Gracias.
Thank you so much. We do have caller 3795. They have returned. Caller 3795, if you wish to give comment at this time, would you please press *9 on your telephone keypad? This will raise your hand indicating you wish to give comment. Perfect. I see that hand. And now, if you will please press *6, this will unmute you. Perfect. Your speaker order number will be number 32. If you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Well, actually, I'm not actually calling to make comment. I'm live streaming the meeting, but for some reason, although it says in the instructions that there's a button to push to hear the audio, there's no audio coming out. So I don't know if there are other people that are live streaming that can only see the video and can't hear. So I actually have to use both devices to participate in the meeting.
Stand by.
Thank you.
Well, at this time, the monitoring computer that we have here monitoring the live stream, we have unmuted it and it is playing out loud. You may want to check your audio settings in your computer at this time. And there is a mute button at the bottom of the player. Do you see the little mute button? If you hover your mouse over it, you'll see a mute button. And if you click that, it will play out loud from the streaming player.
Okay, I'll try that again.
Do you see the mute button?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It doesn't have any buttons at the bottom. There's something going across it, so let me try that again and see if it'll allow me to do something. Thank you so much.
Perfect. You're welcome.
Okay.
And that was all of our callers at this time, Chair.
Great. Thank you for providing technical support to our viewers. That's great. And so since we don't have anyone in the queue, I just wanted to continue on in terms of the ways to participate other than in an input meeting. This is our last public input meeting. You can go on to our Communities of Interest mapping tool at drawmycacommunity.org. You can also go on our website on www.wedrawthelinesca.org and click on the Draw My CA Community icon. You can also email us at votersfirstact@crc.ca.gov. You can also mail us at the California Citizens Redistricting Commission, 721 Capitol Mall, Suite 260, Sacramento, California, 95814. And since we do not have anyone in the queue right now, Christian, can you please play the 20-minute video? And that way our viewers and Californians can learn about the commission and how they can participate and provide their valuable input. Thank you, Christian. Welcome back to the California Citizens Redistricting Commission Communities of Interest Input Meeting. For anyone who's just joined us recently, we're offering a language line for Spanish language speakers to listen to the meeting in their native language. and a separate line for those who wish to provide public comment or public input. Could I please have our interpreters, Joanna or Margarita, provide our language line numbers and the information to provide public input and public comment? I believe it's the full call-in instructions.
Yes, hi, Chair. This is Margarita. I will go ahead and provide the full call-in instructions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Para los hispanohablantes que deseen escuchar la reunión en español, por favor marquen el 888-566-1377 para escuchar esta reunión en español e ingresen el número de identificación de la reunión, que es el 389-1010. De nuevo, el número de teléfono es 888-566-1377 e ingresen el número de identificación de la reunión, que es 389-1010 para los hispanohablantes que deseen escuchar esta reunión en español. Si desea llamar para dar su comentario público, el número de teléfono es el 877-853-5247. De nuevo, el número de teléfono para dar su comentario es el 877-853-5247. Usted va a necesitar ingresar el número 884-8761-9376. Usted va a necesitar marcar el nuevo número de teléfono para poder dar su comentario público. Si usted necesita un intérprete para dar su comentario, se le proveerá una durante su llamada en este número de teléfono. Si usted va a hablar, por favor no cuelgue, si no perderá su lugar en la fila. Gracias. Thank you.
Gracias, Margarita. The remainder of this session, it will be dedicated to those that did not have an appointment, that do have an appointment, that want to call and tell me where to go to eat because I'm a foodie. Whatever you want to do, just go ahead and call. We're here and we're listening. So if you had an appointment and were unable to call either for the first session or for this session, please call in now. And as a reminder, Californians from anywhere in the state are welcome to provide input. At this point, I'll pass it over to Katie, our comment moderator.
Thank you so much, Chair. In order to maximize transparency and public participation in our process, the Commissioners will be taking community of interest input and general public comment for items not on the agenda by phone. To call in, dial the telephone number provided on the live stream feed. It is 877-853-5247. When prompted, enter the meeting ID number provided on the live stream feed. It is 884-8761-9376 for this meeting. When prompted to enter a participant ID, simply press the pound key. Once you have dialed in, you will be placed in a queue. To indicate you wish to comment, please press star 9. This will raise your hand for the moderator. When it is your turn to speak, you will hear a message that says the host would like you to talk and to press star 6 to speak. If you would like to give your name, please state and spell it for the record. You are not required to provide your name to give public comment. Please make sure to mute your computer or live stream audio to prevent any feedback or distortion during your call. Once you are waiting in the queue, be alert for when it is your turn to speak, and again, please turn down the live stream volume. And again, for those that have called in this evening, please press star 9. This will raise your hand. Caller 2815. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute by pressing star 6 on your telephone keypad. And once again, caller 2815, if you will please press star 6 on your telephone keypad, this will unmute you at this time. Perfect. There you are. You are unmuted. Your speaker order number will be number 33. If you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, is this for me now?
It is.
Oh, okay. I'm calling from Cupertino, California. So this is regarding it's the heart of the Silicon Valley, and it's about the redistricting, what is going on. So I would like to make a call that we need a little bit of tech representation in what we have. The kind of redistricting that we are planning should reflect the nature of the population here. There are large amounts of Asian American population here. We are all part of the high-tech community, and we would like a representative which represents our interests. So as we understand, large part of this Asian community is in the other district, which is the Fremont area. I think we would like to have a higher representation of this side of the valley. So we can have representation which is more representative of the interest of the tech community. So I would kind of suggest that we have redistricting on the basis that some part of Cupertino, Santa Clara, Cupertino, or Sunnyvale be separated from the Milpitas Fremont area, and so we can have potentially somebody from the tech as representative of this. Right now, it goes too far north and south. It could be useful to split it up in a way where the tech part of the South Bay is represented better. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Caller, can I ask you a quick question before you go?
Sure.
Because you did mention some part of Cupertino, or did you mean all of Cupertino and Sunnyvale and Santa Clara?
All of Cupertino.
Okay.
I think
all right.
Cupertino is a small place, so it could actually Cupertino, parts of Sunnyvale, even West San Jose, they could all be consolidated into a single district.
So the Cupertino, Sunnyvale, and Santa Clara into district.
That's correct.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. And at this time, we will go to caller 0564. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 0564, your speaker order number will be number 34. If you will please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Yes, it was regarding redistricting California 18 and 17. So I live in Sunnyvale and I'm a tech worker. My name is Manisha Shah, and we will, we are basically a new immigrant community who's more focused on education and getting the community together. So it would be nice to have an Asian representation, and it would be nice if you could regroup 18 and 17. So we have enough representation in Washington on behalf of our community. Hello?
Yeah, yes, we're here. Did you have specific recommendations on how you would like to have that regrouped?
Well, I think Sunnyvale, I live in Sunnyvale for the last 20 years. Sunnyvale and Cupertino and Santa Clara has a big diaspora of the Asian Indian and Asian Chinese community. And I don't know if you would be able to merge it all with 18 and, regroup it so we have a proper representation, because right now, 18 goes all the way till San Mateo and all, and we don't have that, the diaspora is more the South Bay from Santa Clara to Palo Alto, more Atherton side. So, and Saratoga, Montecito, San Jose, those are the districts where our diaspora lives mainly. So if we have a regrouping and then we could have our focus on what our issues are as a community here, represent us in Washington, D.C. Appreciate if that could be heard for us, our voices.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for calling, and thank you so much for clarifying that for us today.
Yeah, I appreciate taking my call.
Okay, of course. Thank you.
Thanks.
And that was all of our callers at this time, Chair.
Okay. Let's see. Let me just read a little bit of this for everyone that's out there that may not have heard me and you might get tired of hearing me, but that's okay. You can call in. That way I don't have to speak as much, right? That's a deal we're going to have. So just a reminder to visit our website at wedrawthelineca.org. You can also sign up for our emails to learn more about the commission meetings, updates, and announcements. And please connect with us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube at We Draw the Lines CA. And we have mentioned this many times. It is unfortunately our last public input meeting, but that doesn't mean that you cannot provide input. There's still plenty of time for you to provide input. You can go to our Communities of Interest mapping tool on drawmycacommunity.org and provide the input online. You can also get to that tool by going onto our website at www.wedrawthelineca.org, and you click on the Draw My CA Community icon. That'll take you directly to the tool, and it's very easy to use and very easy to submit. And you can also email us at votersfirstact@crc.ca.gov. And you can also mail us at the California Citizens Redistricting Commission, 721 Capitol Mall, Suite 260, Sacramento, California, 95814. And again, I just want to specify that it's the last Communities of Interest public input meeting. It's not our last public input meeting. So thank you so much for watching my back out there. So with that, let's see, Christian, can we go to, what do we have, a 5-minute video?
Sure thing, Chair.
Or what else do we have? 5 and what?
Just a moment.
Thank you and welcome back to our meeting. I'm hoping you enjoyed the videos that were just played. Katie, it looks like we have someone in the queue, but can you read the full call instructions and then go to the caller? And if we can also have that interpreted in Spanish by either Margarita or Joanna. Thank you.
Absolutely. In order to maximize transparency and public participation in our process, the commissioners will be taking community of interest input and general public comment for items not on the agenda by phone. To call in, dial the telephone number provided on the live stream feed. It is 877-853-5247. When prompted, enter the meeting ID number provided on the live stream feed. It is 884-8761-9376 for this meeting. When prompted to enter a participant ID, simply press the pound key. Once you've dialed in, you will be placed in a queue. To indicate you wish to comment, please press *9. This will raise your hand for the moderator. When it is your turn to speak, you will hear a message that says the host would like you to talk, and to press *6 to speak. If you would like to give your name, please state and spell it for the record. You are not required to provide your name to give public comment. Please make sure to mute your computer or live stream audio to prevent any feedback or distortion during your call. Once you are in the queue, be alert for when it is your turn to speak. And again, please turn down the live stream volume. And if I could ask for an interpreter to read the full call instructions at this time.
Hi, Kitty. This is the Spanish interpreter.
Thank you.
Aquellos que deseen escuchar la reunión en español, por favor llamen al 888-566-1377 e ingresen el número de la reunión 389-1010. De nuevo, ese número es 888-566-1377 e ingresen el número de la reunión 389-1010. Para los hispanohablantes que deseen escuchar la reunión en español. Si usted desea dar su comentario público, el número que debe llamar es 877-853-5247. De nuevo, ese número para dar su comentario público es el 877-853-5247. Necesitará ingresar el número 884-8761-9376. Tendrá que llamar a este nuevo número para poder dar su comentario público. Si usted necesita un intérprete para dar su comentario, habrá una disponible en este número. Si usted llama para dar su comentario público, no cuelgue o perderá su lugar en la fila. Gracias.
Thank you so much. And right now we have caller 9114. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 9114, your speaker order number will be number 35, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know of an area if you'd like to discuss it, the floor is yours.
Great, thank you. Well, hello, this is Mary Zhang. My area of interest is Merced County, right in the center of the Central Valley. I'm speaking on behalf of the Hmong community, a cultural group here in the region. I am Hmong. I was born and raised in Merced County and have witnessed how much this county means for our representation. Merced County has been home to many Hmong for over 46 years when our people settled here as refugees escaping genocide during the Vietnam War. Merced County has one of the largest populations in the entire country up to date, yet we only represent 6% of the population here in the region. It is very important that the boundaries of the county remain unchanged so our representation can continue to flourish. Our voices, our choices depend on this. Merced County is home to many Hmong because of how culturally aware our language, traditions, and values are here. For example, farming is an important piece of our community. We continue to do this in Merced County because it's an agricultural region. And not to mention, the county is home to 2 essential Hmong markets in the valley, the Lee's Community Market and Save Smart Market. Merced County also hosts a landmark organization for the community, which is called the Merced Lao Family. Established in 1981, the organization has helped the Hmong with a range of services, such as translation, interpreting, job seeking, training, and education opportunities. Merced County also hosts one of the largest annual Hmong New Year's festivals at the Merced Fairgrounds. This has been a prominent representation for our people throughout the country. Along with that, there's many significant members of our community that have served as our voices, such as former council member Noah Lohr of Merced, former Merced Board Supervisor Lee Lohr, and Paul C. Lowe, judge for the Superior Court of Merced County. Merced County has been a powerful asset for the Hmong community in our representation throughout the United States, and this should remain unchanged. Any division to Merced County can risk Hmong underrepresentation, considering we only make 6% of the population. I hope this is taken into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you for your input.
And right now we will have caller 4835, and then up next after that will be caller 6799. Caller 4835, if you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 4835, your speaker order number will be number 36, if you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. I'm Councilwoman Lori Gonzalez. I am testifying today on behalf of the Rincon Band of Luiseño Indians in North County, San Diego. I'm here to request that our tribal community is included in the same district as the other Luiseño Indian bands in our region in order to protect tribal sovereignty and ensure our unique concerns and priorities are well represented in the state and federal legislature. Rincon is a sovereign government recognized by the United States of America. Our ancestors date back over 10,000 years, leaving behind a resilient cultural heritage. We're located, as I said, in inland North County, east of the community of Valley Center and north of the San Pasqual Valley. We are one of 5 Luiseño bands in the area, which include Rincon, La Jolla, Palma, Paula, and Pachanga, which is near the city of Temecula in southwest Riverside County. I am requesting that our 5 tribal communities are included in the same district. The reason being that we share cultural heritage. Each of the 5 bands mentioned have a shared cultural heritage as members of the Luiseño Indian tribe. We request that our communities are included in the same district to protect our tribal sovereignty and ensure that we have a strong voice for our community's concerns in the legislature. There are 6 federally recognized tribal governments in our region, including the 5 Luiseño Indian bands, and we are requesting to be considered as a Voting Rights Act district due to the population of tribal minorities in the region. We are also 4 of the 5 Luiseño bands are gaming tribes. Rincon hosts Harrah's Resort, Southern California. The Palma Band has Casino Palma. The Paula Band has Paula Casino, and Pachanga also hosts one of our region's largest casinos, Pachanga Resort and Casino. As gaming tribes, we have unique policy priorities and concerns, and are requesting that our tribal communities are kept together in the same district in order to ensure those priorities are represented fairly. Also, wildfire prevention. We and our surrounding tribal communities have long been under threat of wildfire. The Listeño Indian bands all share concerns over wildfire prevention due to the dry shrubland ecosystem in which we all live. In order to ensure our priorities for wildfire prevention funding and brush management are, I'm requesting that the tribal communities of Rincon, Palma, Paula, La Jolla, San Pascual, Kumeyaay, and Pachanga are included in the same district. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your testimony.
At this time, we will be going to caller with the last four, 6799. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 6799, your speaker order number will be number 37. If you'll please make note of that for future reference. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you, commissioners. I live in Long Beach, California. Obviously, California, sorry. My name is Sharon Weissman, and I'm a longtime resident and community leader here in Long Beach. Long Beach has been very consistent in voicing that the city should be kept as together and intact as possible in the new district boundaries for Congress, the state assembly, and the state senate. Underlying our position is the history of how the 2011 Redistricting Commission helped empower our communities in ways that was not previously empowered. Prior to 2011, the city was regularly gerrymandered to dilute our power and voices. It was only when this process was taken out of the legislature and into the hands of the people and this commission that we were treated fairly. Our congressional district in 2011 kept more than 82% of our city together, a solid improvement from before. We want even more of our city united in our congressional district. We share a district with Orange County cities, and we support that partnership with our neighbors in Orange County. I have submitted maps in some written testimony of our state assembly and state senate lines, which show from 2001 to 2011 the difference. It really shows a vast improvement made by the 2011 Independent Redistricting Commission. I hope the examples I've submitted will help inform your future discussions. I thank you for your hard work, not only on behalf of Long Beach, but all the people of California. We have worked very, very hard to respect your process and answer your call to engage with you. I hope you'll listen to our request. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for calling in and for providing your input by submitting your maps as well. Thanks.
At this time, we have caller with the last four, 2408. If you will please follow the prompts to unmute at this time by pressing *6. Caller 2408, your speaker order number will be number 38. If you'll please make note of that. And if you'll please let the mapper know what area you would like to discuss, the floor is yours.
Hi, yes, I'd like to speak regarding the city of Long Beach.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Hello, commissioners. My name is Andy Kerr, and I am a proud Long Beach resident, and I've lived here my whole life. I'm the father of 3 kids that I've raised here in Long Beach, and I'm looking forward to leaving behind the best possible city for my kids and family in the future. You've heard a lot from the Keep Long Beach Together coalition, and we plan to stay engaged and active throughout this process because we believe in what you're doing. In fact, our city here, Long Beach, we partnered with Common Cause to create a similar commission based off of the same work that you're doing for our local community districts. You know, we want to stay together, and I know you will hear us. As you prepare to draw lines and maps, I want to highlight our congressional district today. Please keep our city together so that we can continue our partnerships grants and federal aid opportunities. In addition, we obviously support Signal Hill and Catalina Island as a continued part of our congressional district, since they are extensions of our community. In fact, Signal Hill is in the middle of our city and is completely surrounded by the city of Long Beach. We also want to continue to include Lakewood, which is part of our school and community college district. Again, these partnerships and grants are critical. Beyond Signal Hill, Catalina Island, and Lakewood, we share a border with numerous Orange County cities that are our neighbors. We know you may need to make some adjustments in Orange County, and you may choose to move some, but not all of these Orange County cities to other districts. But ideally, the congressional district could retain at least the cities that sit on the Long Beach-Orange County border. Again, we know you have a huge job ahead, and I thank you for your patience with us. We really appreciate your work and service to California immensely. Let's keep our community of Long Beach together. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in.
And that was all of our callers at this time, Jer.
Okay, great. Thank you, Katie. And if that's our last caller, I want to thank everyone for joining our Communities of Interest Input meeting today. As today is our last Community of Interest meeting, please continue to provide your Community of Interest public input to the Commission using the online Community of Interest tool by email or by mail. Our next Commission meeting is tomorrow. We have a meeting tomorrow. It's a full Commission meeting to review our Communities of Interest input. And then we also have a meeting on September 15th. It's our full Commission meeting. It's a line drawing session. And then we have 2 additional meetings next week, one on Friday, September 17th, and one on Saturday, September 18th. And those are also full Commission meetings, and those are to provide communities of interest direction. And then I just want to thank everyone for their contributions today, to our wonderful staff to make sure everything runs smoothly. You are amazing. To our videography dynamic duo, which I keep calling them, Katie and Christian, the calming and welcoming voices who keep us on track. To our line drawing team of Haystack DNA and Q2 Data and Research for keeping it up with all the input received. To our ASL interpreters, our court reporters, and Margarita and Joanna, our Spanish interpreters. To my fellow commissioners for being so open and welcoming to all of our callers. And to you, our fellow Californians, for your wonderful input. Without you, we would be missing an important part of our redistricting process. Thank you for sharing your communities with us, and please continue to share your communities with us. I wish you all the best. Be safe. Thank you. And the meeting is adjourned at 6:16. Thank you, everyone.